What's going on, y'all? I wanted to check out this video with iDubbbz because I like roasting him. And he's always making a fool out of himself. This video is going to be from, man, I think you guys recommended this channel to me, Stoic Chronicles. That's funny. iDubbbz think he a stoic. And this one's supposed to be about him and his friends, I think. And maybe his husband. Let's see what's going down with iDubbbz and laugh.
They don't want some person who will not communicate to them and just be stoic.
Jump to it and you can't go on to it and you can't knock it down. You know that you found the wall, the wall, the wall. No man on earth can make you fall.
Oh, I don't know if this will work. Oh, by the way, let me just give you a heads up, guys. I'm probably, once I join this call, I'm probably going to have to f with the settings because my video will only want to be shown in one place at a time. So not OBS, it'll be like in Discord as well. Some like that. So just a heads up. We'll roll with it. Thank you so much. And I think I'm okay with you calling me because you're
That sounds like Diddy. Ain't that what Diddy used to call people? Sign up for channel memberships if you're able to, guys, as well. I forgot to say that. But yeah, man, that Diddy used to call people
black. Allegedly.
Yeah, I was also like some people in my chat also know this is the ex's dad who would like.
I might cut that intro from the the final version. You watching the uploaded version of this, the clip, the edited? You might not have seen what I'm even referencing. Is this the same girl that went after what's his name, Ethan Klein, and was like lying, and then came on her channel crying after she lost thousands of subs? Is that the same person?
Like he would do Krav Maga all the time, which is like in Israeli martial arts, and then he would be like, I'm going to show you some new Krav Maga moves. Like he would always try and like get random people. Yeah,
that's a cruel world, happy mind. That is that weirdo. I think she kept the video up too. And what you know about Krav Maga? There's so many people that be fake practicing that. Fake practicing it. If you ain't trained and have to go against 5 people at the same time, you was doing the fake shit, bro. That shit is meant to do damage, nigga. That's some Batman level martial art, the real one.
At the family function to do Krav Maga on them and then like try and like beat them up.
You see what I'm saying? That's impossible. Like that's what? Do you know what that would have ended with? Everybody would have been in a hospital. That's not how that works.
And I was always like an unsuspecting victim of that. So.
Oh no. You're lying.
Yeah.
Dude, I think everyone has like a Krav Maga uncle or something like that. If it's not Krav Maga, it's like, yeah, some judo or something. Yeah. Something to roll around with family members.
I'm probably going to recant this terribly, but I saw a TikTok where somebody was like, this is how you do Krav. They're like pretending to give a lesson in Krav Maga. And they mentioned that it was like the IDF martial arts. And there's like the first move that we're going to teach is the punch. And they like punch like all the way downwards. It's like because your enemies are most likely going to be children.
Why are we still here?
Anyway.
Just to suffer.
Yeah.
Every night.
But as I was like driving to the protest, I was thinking about, like kind of the YouTube phenomenon.
Gosh. Not everybody should be able to talk about martial arts, bro. If you don't know what the hell you talking about, and does he have a picture of iDubbbz behind him? That is so weird. But yeah, some of these people, they don't know what the heck they talking about. They just be jibber jabbing. If you want to know what my experience is, I've trained in judo, boxing, catch wrestling, sambo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. I'm supposed to be ranked in karate, even though I didn't care. They just gave me the ranking. A lot of stuff. I trained for years, right? I even competed and I've won tournaments. I placed second in New York for jiu-jitsu, but that was years ago. I won my first MMA match in 1 minute and 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the picture. And it was heavyweight division too. The guy was way taller than me. There's a picture of it. That's the first MMA match I ever had. Won it in 1 minute and 15 seconds. That was brutal. That was the same league that Frankie Edgar fought in. It was crazy.
That's happening right now. And sort of like you and Hassan and that sort of phenomenon that's happening. And I was like, oh, I feel like what's going on is both you and Hassan are getting the female experience right now, kind of like what it's like to be a woman on the internet and just get kind of like that like dog pile effect.
Oh, yes. You are speaking facts right now. Absolutely. I'm sure Hassan has gotten it, but like, yeah, that's something I've noticed as well, where it's like, I've been getting it for a while. I want to say basically the first taste I got of it was in, what was it, like 2018 when Anissa made an OnlyFans. Like, I got a taste of it then, and then since then, I've only changed more, and it's only made them more and more upset. So, yeah, the way they treat.
I am trying to train like you guys, like how Grish and Jack just mentioned. I'm trying to train like that too. Some John Wick, but I'm going to step my game up. But I would like to go to one of those facilities where you can like practice with your two
women. Is very much something I've gotten familiar with.
And I was thinking about why that was. And like something John it reminded me of, funny, I get all my news from TikTok apparently, because I feel like I'm always referencing TikToks. But I saw this one TikTok that was kind of describing, and obviously this might not be a fully appropriate analogy, but it was kind of describing the, the white people that are getting, killed in the streets in ICE, by ICE. And it was talking about how the white supremacists will see white people as other when they do not stand with white supremacists in America, and how the way that white supremacy tries to uphold itself is through like if you are not a white person standing with white supremacists, historically, you will be alienated. You will be dogpiled as well because you are not upholding white supremacy. And then when this power structure is not, upholded, it needs other white people essentially to uphold it. So if you are a white person that goes against white supremacy, they see you as, not upholding the power structure, and that's gonna, tear it apart. And I think that we're seeing that in America right now. If you're a white person who's not with us, you are against us, and you're gonna be, seen as a terrorist. You're gonna be seen as a problem, and and so obviously that's not in a full equivalency. But I think that what you and Hassan are kind of experiencing is, with the sort of incel like movement, the sort of red pill movement, they need people to be fully with them. And if you speak towards feminism, if you speak towards, for women, for people of color, for that, they're like, oh, you're fully against us, and we are going to see.
Shut up. As a person of color, which I hate that damn term. Nigga, I'm black. I'm just black. Simple as that. But yeah, this sounds stupid. This sounds so dumb. And this is coming from people that are going after Imoru because she doesn't want to give a certain political opinion. Are you saying that that's what's being done to your side? This person's a fool. Listen, I don't know who the third person is on the panel, but the way he was riding me, I don't know.
You were going to treat you like the Gamergate women we dogpile, sort of those people to make people in fear of ever siding with women, in fear of siding with people of color, to make people afraid of being like Hassan or Ian or anyone like that.
Yeah, I remember that's
my analysis.
When I was in high school, I started that trend of like booing people, like randomly. At any moment you could boo somebody, and I would scream out "tomato," and then everyone started like jumping on that wagon. That shit was funny. One time I did that, I think the teacher was telling us, I was like, "Boo, tomato." My other friend was like, "Banana." My other friend was like, "Big ass grape." I was like, okay, all right, I'm digging the enthusiasm. I'm picturing you throwing that at someone on stage. I don't think that would be as effective. But that just reminded me of that. I'm going to start doing that again now. Just a heads up. I'm going to start booing people and saying "tomato." Boo her trash self.
I was kind of thinking
this whole panel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Protest. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've I think specifically that fear of like just wanting other people to know, like, hey, like this isn't going to be okay. Like you're not going to survive it. You are going to get hounded, harassed if you sort of step out of line in this way. And it's very like, it's kind of unsaid in a lot of ways. I think even just, it goes down to the type of rhetoric you're using. Like for the longest time, I was like, listen, I understand that the patriarchy exists, you know what I mean? But I'm so optically like aware that I'm like in the part of the corner of the internet that I'm on, if I mention the patriarchy, even in like the most appropriate context, it is just knives out. Like, what is this woke nonsense? Because they get super defensive. Instead of, thinking of any of it as like a, an opportunity to learn or just to not think that they're included necessarily in the conversation. Because that's usually how I've interpreted it. Is like, okay, if someone's speaking about this thing, I'm not going to automatically assume that I am like the target audience. So I don't get offended. Like it seems like all of them are like telling on themselves basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like you referenced like from 2018 on, you started getting dogpiled. And I think a lot of it is like, from 2018 on, you started, obviously before that, but you started growing up, like, growing more mature. So you grew out of that phase. And it's very hard to take a lot of these criticisms seriously because it's like, well, I mean, grew out of this phase and you're still stuck here. And it's just sort of, they're telling on themselves, like you said, this sort of the attitude and behavior that they exhibit and refuse to let go of.
Totally. And it's sad because like there is a part of me that I really like. I see little Ian in a lot of these people, and
little Ian, shut up, yo! He's over here acting like he's some philosopher now. This guy's crazy. Like it's really sad the fall off of iDubbbz, man. I might do a documentary about this. It's like really sad. Like damn, and he think that his younger self was like so misinformed. Like, nah, you started following your husband Anissa and you lost your way. And now you sitting here with other people who are nincompoops, especially this Cruel World Happy Mind chick. Like her video about Ethan Klein was so disgusting and wrong. She like knew nothing and threw a bunch of false accusations out there and tried to defend it. Like, well, I didn't say it. I said that other people said it. The hell is wrong with you? You were just trying to get a Hassan Piker fan base and it backfired and you lost yours. And now you on here with iDubbbz. The company that you guys keep is crazy. I still don't know who this third person is. I don't care to know him. I don't give a damn about him. He just put up a picture of iDubbbz and Anissa as his background now. I don't know who this bozo is. I wouldn't want to be around him now.
And, it's kind of not fair to do for myself a lot of the time because a lot of these people are super sick and like way more fucked up than I ever could like dream of being. And like are definitely like overtly misogynistic and do hurt women and people on the regular. So it's like, I've had to like crank my empathy down a little bit for a lot of these goons online, which is sad. But I'm trying to like figure out what the right secret sauce is, because even Hassan, like I don't think people give Hassan enough credit for having what's it called when you're willing to forgive and ready for reformation.
iDubbbz, You got some Hassan right here. You got some Hassan on your chin. You gotta wipe that off, bro. There's some Hassan still left there. So no way, the third guy found the keys to get an interview with iDubbbz. That's funny.
Tolerance.
Like, yeah. Like, but to be ready when someone
charitability.
Yeah.
Said in chat.
Yeah, Hassan, I was listening to him the other day and he was basically talking about how, he's been about that. That's like one of the things he's been most consistent on is for sort of like being accepting for, reformation and not like casting people aside in that way. Like, I think the example he gave was Speed. He was like, Speed was a menace. He was horrible. Like he said so many things that like he was very unwilling to even like quote like bad stuff. But he's changed a lot and he's grown.
Speed made edgy jokes. He still make edgy jokes. Did you see what he did with the alligator? He changed a lot. Word, son. He stopped saying some of those edgy jokes, but like I don't think the edgy jokes were that damn crazy. They were clearly jokes. But people was canceling him for it and all that. I think he got banned from Twitch for that joke. Whatever. I think iDubbbz then said worse.
Grown a lot, and I think he'd be the first to know that. Yeah, admit that like he was on some shit. He was saying the wrong stuff, and he was not being a good person. Okay,
Madison, what can I ask what the context could have been for the pucker?
Shoot,
I thought you were doing like a political take, and then you started going into butthole. Interesting.
It was my first thing where I was talking about clavicular, and someone had left a really funny comment about like how, okay, I was talking about how I don't have, like how I'm the least anxious person, clearly, that in streaming, I clearly don't have anxiety at all, obviously, and I don't get nervous about streaming or talking, and someone had mentioned how puckers when they get anxious.
What the hell are we talking?
Something about that, and I was.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to edit this. Yeah, they are not making it easy for me.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You.
Nasty as heck. Said, let's be real. If you get banned off Twitch, it's 50-50 that you're just funny for the platform. Yeah. Twitch might ban me eventually. One of these days. One of these days is like a passing of the guard, right? No, probably not. I won't be wilding. I'll be censoring the heck out of myself. Well, I guess with stuff like this, they might try to get me in trouble because it's not pre-recorded or like edited. But yikes. I know this ain't gonna be monetized.
Like, well, the question is like,
are they gonna keep going?
And how like they're, yeah. And so I was like, well, the question is how naturally puckered is your butt?
No, I mean, it's a great,
oh my gosh.
It's a great follow-up.
I'm gonna have to edit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's how you get hemorrhoids. Someone said.
Oh, true. You know, okay, I will say this is probably, I mean, it's in the same topic, but that was a fear, like one of those irrational fears that I've had for a long time. I don't have it anymore, but growing up, I think it was, what was it? Hernias and hemorrhoids, the H's. I thought those are so much more like common because people would talk about like very casually, like, oh, careful, like, what would they say? Like, careful lifting that.
Yeah, this is a podcast. This is like the worst podcast in existence. This is trash. This is like really bad. This. It's probably because all three of these creators. I don't know how Crew World Happy Mind built the fan base. Oh, it was all for the anti-MLM wave. And everyone was doing those types of videos. A lot of people blew up their channels doing that. It's crazy.
Are squeezing too hard, like you might get hemorrhoids or you might get a hernia.
What are we talking about?
And I was like, oh, I didn't know what a hernia was. I thought like a hernia was basically like, I think genital warts or something.
I didn't learn up until way too late what a hernia was.
It was never an issue. It never became, neither one of these things has ever been an issue for me. I was spending way too much mental anguish on that. Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. And your bones also like turn to jello, so like everything, it hurts to walk and everything. And then I mean, I didn't think so. That's the other thing too. I gained 60 pounds during my pregnancy.
I must have had the opposite of like body dysmorphia, where the whole time I was like, I'm doing good. Like I am doing great. Yeah, the whole time I was like, I'm great. I did not see how much weight I was. They obviously weigh you, but I was like, I must have been like, I'm not listening. Like I just thought I was doing so good and that I looked great. And so like, but yeah, and so the whole time, I thought I was like checking my out and everything, did not see the stretch marks or anything, but yeah. No, man, so but yeah, the last few weeks especially,
she talk more than my husband is funny. she talks more than my husband is hilarious. So I wish I could collab with my hero Hassan. I wish Hassan could call into my stream. That would be more entertaining. Would it? You gonna ask him about what y'all talking about right now?
Sorry, it's kind of, but yeah, you have this thing called dropping, where the baby like drops in your stomach, and your stomach gets larger, and so that's usually when the stretch marks come in. And yeah. Anyways,
yeah. Yeah, we were watching 90 Day Fiance, and there's just a random comment we made at the end. Who was it? This poor French woman, she's black, and she's with her fiance in Florida, and she's meeting her fiance's very white family, and it really does feel like...
I used to watch 90 Day Fiance. I think that's the one with Big Ed, right? I seen maybe a few of his seasons. That dude is crazy. That show is crazy. I am into reality TV, but I'm all over the place sometimes. I like some of the what do you call it, ratchet reality TV. It gets pretty entertaining, but it is crazy. It gets very wild.
Like a scene from Get Out, because they're so uppity and weird, and they're just they're othering her so hard and asking in front of her face if their dad is going to get a prenup to protect her or to protect him from her. And so we made some casual comment at the end about whiteness, and then someone came in the chat, one of the usual haters was like, yeah, white people equal bad, we get it.
Oh my god,
that's not what Get Out.
Oh my god,
term that it's taken.
I guess okay.
A lot of people. I don't know if that's what Get Out.
Let me know if we want to go here or not.
I love the preface. It's kind of fun. It's like, oh, where are we gonna go?
We all know what it's referencing as well. So,
because this is okay. What is one of the most bizarre
movie Get Out isn't about
level
white people.
Hate thing.
A lot of people always misunderstand that the movie Get Out isn't about white people. It's about liberals. That's really what the movie is about. Liberals.
Things that you've gotten. We can all go around in a circle. But one of the things that is the most nonsensical, because I have one that stays in my mind.
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. I'm just going to stump you. You're going to keep coming back. I'm going to seal up all my cracks. You're going to keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup. You worthless.
I was about to say, is that low tier God? These randoms proceed to tell very boring stories about themselves. This LTG speech is SFW to all the React channels, 10 times speed.
Stoic.
You're going to stay on my until you die.
I can't remember, but this random fan base decided that I was a because I don't remember what
you said. Never seen Get Out. Was it actually good or just mid? I loved it. I was pleasantly surprised. I went to go see that movie with a group of friends, not knowing what it was about. We just all went to the movies and was like, let's pick this one. And the commentary was so on point when it came to certain types of liberals that exist that try to force opinions on you and then pretty much act as if they know more than you, so they should decide what to do. Right? So much so that they spoiler alert, try to control you. That's a spoiler. But it's a metaphor on that. And a lot of people watched it and was just like, oh, this movie is just saying white people bad. No, that is not what it's saying, right? Because if you even think about it, the whole black guy being in trouble and in fear in the situation, that was because, in their words, black was trending at the time. There were Asian people that were there. Like, if you look at the metaphors, those people were the people that was in trouble maybe a few years prior. Then it might have been certain types of white people with, like, without spoiling you, it's kind of hard to break down what the heck happened. But overall, it's a good ass film. Good ass film that gives commentary on liberals and how some of them can, like Hassan Piker, iDubbbz, say that they know better than you and that they know what's good for you, even if you don't agree. That's like the strong commentary that it gives. All of that creator, Jordan Peele, the director and like writer, all of his films are like commentary of some sort. I see somebody said that they like the one with the ranch and the alien. That one is a commentary on spectatorship, on people that see something crazy and instead of running, will pull their phone out and record it, putting themselves in danger. People that would want to see the animals in the cage so much that they're willing to hop inside the cage with a tiger or a gorilla. Like, that's something you should just do because you want to see it up close and personal. And when you get tore up, then you're like, I don't know how that happened. Because it was a wild animal. Like, you can't just be hopping in there with wild animals. So yeah, it was more so about spectatorship. I like that metaphor. I hated the one that he did with the double, how you say it, doppelgangers, or like the clones. I didn't like that one. That one was like a metaphor for immigration, and I ain't like that one. That one was a little bit too on the nose. I liked the one that was about liberals because I thought it was like super deep. Like, this is that Malcolm X was talking about that nobody really mentions. They try to make it like black versus white. No, that's not the battle that it is today. There's people that's trying to make it seem like that's the battle. They're telling you, as a black person, you need to vote like this. Like Hassan Piker and iDubbbz. That's who the movie's about. It's about iDubbbz and Hassan Piker. And I like the other one, Nope. I think is the name of the one with the alien. That one had a deep metaphor. Yeah, those were cool. I wasn't mad. If I had to rank it, I would say Get Out was like a 9 out of 10. That's probably one of the best horror movies in the last 20 years. It's one of the best. Top 10 for sure. And I would say Nope is like, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Right? It wasn't too shabby. And I like Keke Palmer as an actress.
Which one? But
she has like a lot of charisma.
Main reason, so like they called me a pedophile because I like made a video about their like overlord or something.
You serve no purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be in my stream sucking on my daily.
What?
Your purpose in life is to be in that chat blowing it.
Low tier be wildin'. I could see how he was getting banned. This was tripping, huh?
Daily. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should bazinga now.
Man, I don't have good story.
Was that my man from Big Bang Theory? You said it's sad. Did you see the new video of the dude getting arrested in Thailand for swimming in a protected beach? Nah, send it to me. Send it to me. I'll check it out. He was swimming in a protected beach.
Let me see here. I've had a little bit of each of those in a way. I've had plenty of accounts that are like,
after the
are you a friend or a foe? I can't tell. Like, maybe this is some like a plan over time where it's like you establish a friendliness and then suddenly it shifts a little bit.
Well, that's we've had I think Riley was there in chat for this one, but we had a guy who was like acting like he was like super in support of what I was saying, and then he starts talking about like, you people are always, and I'm just like slowly getting more and more confused by this person, and it's like, I don't know, it's a very strange activity activity to do. I don't know, weirdo, such a weirdo.
Yeah, when someone comes in with like, I don't know, an interesting new perspective of either, you know,
on Instagram.
Sometimes it's mostly hate, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see it.
It reads, how do I hide the video indefinitely? It's not some of this has been altered for comedic effect, but this is basically what they were saying. How do I hide the video indefinitely? It's not an issue with the stream itself. It's how it looks in the general tone. Very foreboding, almost threatening. I unfortunately don't come here for that sort of vibe. Trying to keep my life mostly positive. So the original message was basically like the original message was something along the lines of like they didn't like that rules appeared basically when you joined the stream, and that we were like enforcing the rules as it happened. They felt like it was like this. I mean, they described it as like foreboding, but that's the original one. Damn.
Bro, I just got time for asking a question.
These dudes, man, like this got to be the most boring podcast. Right? If it wasn't for us roasting it, this would be so trash.
Then Mod said, quote, no excuse. This is how echo chambers get built brick by brick and people turn into NPCs. I'm a fan, by the way, but I'll probably get banned. Oh my God. I love people like this.
Yeah. Some of them are really tricky, man. I've been getting a lot lately.
Why did y'all ban them for that? Or time them out for that? They gave y'all a critique and y'all was like, yep, we got to get them out of here. And he got a picture of low tier guy behind him.
Who are like, hey, those old gaming videos you did? Oh, I'm a big fan from back then.
Yeah, it's kind of like a red flag, right? Like,
yeah, when you get into it, it's like pretty clear. It's like, oh, you like, if you're still that person and that's all you care about, like 10 years later, because it would be 10 years later now. I now know that if you are 11 at the time, you are now 21. And it's like, hey, we all have our weird little comfort watches. I get it. But coming in and saying that, like, yeah, I kind of know what you're up to.
Yeah, exactly. What? There's like, yeah, I mean, some of the, you know, I don't know.
Okay, here, I think this is it. These come from like the jester maxing community type of thing. I'm
Dude,
really wanting to find
you could have never, I would have never guessed that this would be something that would be
the ICP, a bunch of juggalos
talking about like in this year, like that it could take this path. Like, how do we get
to anyone can find a link?
Yeah, like it just, I'd be like, okay, we got to jester maxing because people would start to get to the point, it would basically be anti-cringe culture. That's what I'd assume that it is. I'd be like, okay, we got to the point where cringe was too much and it's way better to be your authentic self. And being your authentic self is being a jester, being a goofball, and having a bit of fun. Turns out the way we got there was through incels and red pill.
Monka princess.
But that's the trope is the jester like fell in love with the princess and is trying to jester to the princess. And that's why also the general idea of jester maxing is you're trying to joke to the princess, you're jester maxing, so you're
dude, I hate it because it's like it's the opposite of rhetoric. I feel like that I got growing up is them saying like, yeah, you're a fucking loser if you're trying and you're being charismatic and shit. And I'm like, that's what women care about. They want a
you are definitely not charismatic. iDubbbz in no way, shape, or form is charismatic. That's what you think he is? I wouldn't think so. Right? And me personally, I wouldn't even call myself that. I've been called that a plethora of times. I just feel like that's not up for you to decide, really. It should be from the outside. And I don't think iDubbbz is charismatic in any way, shape, or form. So he can't be talking about himself. I don't see no charisma on this entire panel. I'd rather watch Frasier talk. Y'all remember Frasier? My man Frasier. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think that show was boring as hell. Now I'm like, it's actually pretty entertaining. But that it's dry. It's a dry type of humor. I would rather watch his fake show, Frasier. You know how he has a show on the show? I would rather watch that. This bullcrap.
Esther and an interesting person with a personality in their life. They don't want some person who will not communicate to them and just be
in real life.
Stoic.
But that's but also the funny thing that I was thinking about with this as well is, does that not acknowledge that women are on a higher tier than you as well? If you're saying that, because it's like the women are the queens or the princesses that are sitting like on the throne, and you're like the jester that's like,
right.
Your life is everything. You serve all purpose.
All right, they cut it soon as his husband walked in the room. Soon as his husband Anissa walked in the room, they cut it. Good. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah, I think iDubbbz is a clown. I think he's a fool. I would never take him seriously. And that was one of the most nasty, dry, horrible. And I do dry humor. That was not humor. That was just corny. A whole panel of nincompoops. But tell me what you think in the comment section. And also, hit the hype button if you haven't. You said women are a higher tier. Who's the sexist one now? Word.